Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and to the garden. In today's video, we're just going to be going over the common mistakes made when overwintering plants. Now you may see at the bottom here that this is a collaboration between myself, Eddie from Woolly Tropicals, as well as Andrew from Grow Tropical MK. We're all putting out sort of our general overwintering videos as it comes now, with specific videos for specific plants as well. Now, as you can see, we've made it easy so that you can check out the channels just by looking at the link below in the video. But just to jump straight into the video, so some of the common mistakes we see when trying to overwinter plants, one of the first ones being overprotecting or overprotection of your specific plant. Now, a lot of plants are generally a lot hardier than we give them credit for. Now, I can understand when we have a prized plant in the garden and, we're very fearful of losing it, that we think, okay, regardless, I'm going to protect it just to ensure that I can get it through. Now, where this can be a mistake is protecting something that doesn't need it can cause extra moisture and a buildup and lead to rot, which of course is something we want to avoid. Now, many plants really don't want to be protected. So, for example, your Trachycarpus palm trees, unless we really get down to that kind of minus 15 degrees C, really protection is not needed for these. Now, it does come down to the size of the plant as well, which is a very important thing when it comes to overwintering. And this leads me on to my next area, which is label hardiness. Now, you may see on a lot of plants when you buy them from the store or read about them online that it may say hardy down to a specific number, say for example -5, -10, depending on the plant. Now, one thing to bear in mind is this is based off of a mature plant in ideal situations and for short durations of time. Now, a much less cooler temperature, so say even a -2, -3, when the plant is hardy down to -5, -6, if this lasts for a prolonged period of time, this can be just as damaging as a severe cold blast for a short period of time. Now, also, as mentioned, that is based on the maturity of the plant, so the larger the plant, the more hardy it will be. Typically, you'll find even with baby plants, such as even baby Trachycarpus palms, which should be rated down to about the -15 to -20 C, you could still lose these in the ground even in a mild winter. So it does very much come down to the size of the plant, as well as position, location, and duration of the cold. So something to bear in mind, and certainly when it comes as a general rule, the smaller the plant, the less hardy it will be. So just bear that in mind when it comes to your particular plants. Another area to really think about, it's really, really important to understand exactly what plant you're growing. Now, things like the tropical Facebook groups and things like that can give you insight into how people are doing with a similar plant in a similar area, so you can get that idea, if it really will be hardy for you for the winter. Now, another area, again, is protecting plants too early. So when it can come up to the cooler times in the year, and as we're kind of coming into that time now in this winter, you can easily think, okay, I want to get everything done really, really early so I don't need to stress when it comes down to getting those cold nights. But what that can do is really affect the plants negatively, as the longer a plant is protected and wrapped up, the more harmful it is. Really and ideally, we want to keep them sort of unprotected for as long as possible, and when it is not needed, to remove that protection. Now, of course, when it comes to protection itself, materials that you use for protection is also quite important. So certain materials may not be suitable for your plant, so it's very important to investigate what will do well. Typically, things like fleece or even landscaping fabric work quite well, as it's a breathable material, again, stopping that moisture buildup around the plant. Now, also, again, following on from that is also protecting for too long. So, with that said, if your plants are in the ground or in pots or even in a greenhouse, if they don't need the protection, you should really remove the protection. Again, this can help often hurt the plant negatively when it comes to spring and it's trying to bounce back. Now, of course, with that said, as mentioned, Eddie from Woolly Tropicals is putting out a specific Musa Bastu overwintering video, so certainly worth checking that out when it does come out.
Hi, it's Eddie from Woolly Tropicals, and I overwinter my banana using literally 2 items that can be reused year on year, really cost effective and really easy.
That should be out in the next couple days, and when it is out, I will link it into the end screen of this video as well. Andrew at Grow Tropical MK has a great video out on how to protect cordylines.
Hi, it's Andrew from Grow Tropical MK. If you're considering protecting your cordylines this winter, do check out my teaser video at the end.
I know many of us do grow cordyline in the UK, in a very common plant sort of throughout the UK, and if you're in a mild or a colder area and it does require protection, he's got a great video for that, so certainly check that out. I'll put that video on the end screen as well. But of course, when it comes down to winter protection, I think one of the main things that we really need to think about is, it's impossible to predict what type of winter we're going to have. So again, very important to really watch your weather. It can change quite often. A very common mistake is to look at your weather 10 days out and not look at it again for another 10 days. Now, when it comes to the winter time, these weather patterns can change very, very frequently. So I would suggest, if you're not already watching or following any of the sort of weather websites or weather YouTube channels, definitely worth finding those, and also kind of finding good websites for your area. I do find websites like AccuWeather work particularly well for my area. But following on from the weather side, another important thing to consider would also be things like your weather stations. Again, these can be very helpful to understand where there are frost pockets and how your particular garden relates to the weather that is predicted on a national or on a local level. This can be the difference between certain plants making it through or not. But of course, always, I don't want to put people off from growing tropical plants or things that need protection. Again, there will be also a link to Eddie's video about how to protect your greenhouse. I don't presently have a greenhouse. It will be going in this area that we're standing in here, which is a long-term plan, but at present I don't have one. But he's got a great way to help boost and protect plants in your greenhouse, which I know many of us gardeners do have. So certainly check that one out as well. Now, following on from that, of course, if you haven't checked out some of the new ferns and some of the new plants we planted this year, I will be doing an end-of-year wrap-up soon, just to kind of show all the stuff that's gone in for this year. Now, it'd be very interesting to know if you have started your winter protection as of yet, or if you are hanging on, or what your temperatures are if you have had those cold, frosty nights yet. Again, for me personally, as you can see, looking around the garden, I haven't done any sort of protection yet. Just after I've filmed this video, I have just put up my overhead protection on my arid bed, which again, I will probably do a how-to or an instructional at some point on that, but there are other great videos online on how to do so as well. Now, as you just saw there, guys, that was a little sneak peek. We do have another pond project coming up soon. I know we have quite a few in here, but if you haven't checked out our latest pond build, the 3-day build, certainly check that out. The video's been out for a week or two now. Of course, if you have not checked out the friends of the channel or subscribed to the collaborators below, certainly feel free to do so. Again, keep an eye on the channels. There's a lot of great videos coming out with specifics on how to protect certain plants and really make sure that you maximize your garden for the winter. But of course, with that said, if you're not subscribed to my channel, certainly feel free to do so. We've got lots of content coming out, as mentioned. Check out some of our previous videos, lots on the channel there. But with that said, of course, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.